What's up guys, and welcome back to Everything Gaming. On today's video it's going to be another Forza Horizon 3 related one, and on today's video I'm going to show you guys how you can make the perfect or best drift setup and tune for pretty much almost any car, as long as it's rear wheel drive. Don't have to be JDM or anything like that. So I'm going to try and show you how to make this in Forza Horizon 3. Now I understand that everyone's sort of on different levels on how they drift. They do it in different ways. They might handbrake, they might just go in full power, they might brake, they might do anything. Some of you might be crap, some of you might be amazing. But the whole purpose of this video is to show you how you can make a really good tune to drift the car. So it's easier for you guys if you're not so good. So to start with, obviously you can see here I'm using the Nissan Silvia S13 basically. Now I chose this car purely because it's one of the easiest ones to use. It's a piece of piss. It's already rear wheel drive, so that's sorted. As you can see here, I'm basically just showing you what sort of modifications I do for the engine. I'm going to slow it down a bit when I actually do the tuning side of things. So in terms of the engine, I pretty much maxed it all out. Didn't do the furthest on the right tyres because it doesn't need them. You don't need tons of grip. So in terms of design and all that, you do what you want with your bumpers and your wheels and whatever. But at the end of it, as long as it's rear wheel drive, it doesn't have to have stupid amounts of power. Now I think overall for this Silvia I ended up with about 600 odd brake horsepower. Now for a lot of people that might be too much, for others it might be just sort of spot on. Some people are just bizarre and just do it with stupid amounts of brake horsepower. You don't need a ton of brake horsepower. You can do it in a stock MX-5 if you want. So you can do it with something with barely 150 brakes sort of thing. Now where it comes to the tuning side of things, I'll quickly cut to it, seeing as that's what the video is showing at the minute. Basically for your drift tunes, for the basic ones, what you want to do is first of all sort out your camber. So you want negative camber on the rear wheels, negative a bit on the front if you want. Obviously you can see the step-by-step I'm doing here, and I will show you again later with a different car just to prove that it can be done on any car. I'm only picking this one, like I said, because it's a piece of piss. Then what you want to do is you want to stick the toe out, so all the way on the rear, on the front just a little bit. On the caster, at caster angle, you want to do that all the way to max as well, which is what I've done. Now you can see I'm doing the anti-roll bars. In order to do this, if you've got the little lock symbol, it means that you've not modified the anti-roll bars in the actual upgrade, so you'll have to go and upgrade them as well. Same with the springs. So obviously you can see that I'm stiffening the rears and I'm softening the fronts. If you look in the description on the right hand side, it tells you all you need to know about what's good about doing it that way and what's not so good. So it's all about oversteer and understeer when it comes to the springs and anti-roll bars. But pretty much I'm not going to tell you a specific number because there is no specific number. Like I said, it's how I'm leaving it down to you on how you want to tune it yourself. So if you want it sort of, it's down to, like I said, your drifting style, how you want to do it. Now like I said, all of these tunes can be found on my storefront if you type in Steza01. As you can see here, just going to sort of take it for a little spin. This is straight away after modifying it, so I've not sort of gone and tweaked it a bit more. This is just straight away off the bat with sort of random numbers on the toe and the camber and all that stuff. So you can see already it's pretty sick at drifting. It just wants to go sideways, it doesn't want to go straight whatsoever. It's like the tracking's fucked on it. So yeah, like I said, pick something basic just to start with if you're not good at drifting. Maybe an M3, anything sort of Jap rear wheel drive JDM cars. Here you can see as well I'm doing a drift zone, how it just finds it a piece of piss. Obviously I know I keep smacking into the signs, but who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, the scores are still there, and it's still drifting around the bends pretty well. As well as that, also for the acceleration, for the final gear as well, you want to basically set it mostly towards acceleration, not to speed, because a drift car isn't about speed whatsoever, so you don't give a shit about that. At the end of the day, you just want to have it, enough acceleration so it can power around the bends well enough. Now next I'm going to really quickly, I know it's sped up quite a lot, but I'm going to show you the Honda S2000 that I did, just to prove to you that it can be done with almost any car, nothing special. One of my preferred favourites actually, the BMW M4, and for that all I did was put the wide body kit and then tuned it, so not much to do in terms of that. Like I said, if you can't be asked to tune it yourself, you think it's too much hassle, you can always find these tunes in my store. And like I said as well, I know these cars have a lot of power. I put a turbo on the S2000 and that again was pushing about 600 brakes, so it's kind of hard to control if you're not great at drifting. So I wouldn't recommend jumping straight in with these, because you will just think, oh fuck this, I'm done, can't do it whatsoever, because you just keep spinning out. But when you sort of start off with a slower car, you know, start off with something like 300 odd brake horsepower, sort of top sort of thing, if you don't feel that you're that good. And you can do it, like I said, with most cars. Sylvia, you can do it with that. MX5, M3, something like that. Not too much brake horsepower, and then work your way up to sort of more brake horsepower, and then you get faster drifts, higher skill chains and skill points. So obviously you can see here, you know, the acceleration's mad on this thing, and it just wants to go sideways. You know, it cannot physically do a straight line, pretty much like Ken Block basically. But yeah, it's a piece of piss when you get the hang of it, and sort of, you know, when you start picking it up. But like I said, you know, you can do it with anything. Also, if you go back and check one of my other videos, the top 5 drift cars, you know, there's some brilliant cars that you can use. Also, a few weeks back I did a transit drift van challenge, and it's the same sort of results. You know, it's a piece of piss when you sort of tune it and you sort out the camber and the toe and the alignment and all that, and the softening and of the anti-roll bars and the springs and whatnot. But yeah, I hope you guys found this useful on how to tune your drift cars and how, you know, to make it easier for you guys to drift. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for a lot more videos. Soon enough we will be having the Blizzard Mountain DLC, and I'll bring out a shit ton of videos on that. But apart from that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget, like I said, to drop a like and subscribe for more.